your mind, how you are feeling, that's your emotions, right? And how you behave in the community. Also, mental health says that for somebody to say that they are mentally okay, you should be able to reason rationally, right? Reason very well. You should also be able to achieve your potentials. That is, if you have come to school as a student and you're mentally okay, you should be able to achieve your potentials. With mental health, you should also be able to learn or work effectively without any interruptions. You should also be able to make supportive relationships. When we talk about supportive relationships, we're talking about making good relationships with your friends, your family members, your teachers. You should be able to have good supportive relationship with the individuals around you. What are some of the symptoms that will indicate that somebody has a mental disorder? How will you know that somebody has a mental disorder? Madam, the person will be looking abnormal. He says the person will be looking abnormal. Maybe physically they are dirty, they are not well kept. How will you know that somebody has a mental disorder? Very correct. He says the person will be talking to themselves. How will you know somebody has a mental disorder? When a person behaves, very correct. The person nicely. He says by treating the person nicely. That is very correct. And how will you treat someone very nicely? You come to school, your classmate is crying or they are having a crisis. He says you should treat them very nicely. And that is why we are here to talk about stigma. There's something called stigma and discrimination when it comes to mental illness or mental health. But now, most people want to discriminate those who have mental illness. Most people that have mental disorders have been called names. And some of those names, you hear people calling them crazy, mad, imbalanced, you're not stable, you're not okay. And those words make them feel bad. And when those words make them feel bad, what happens? They will shy away from seeking help. They'll shy away from talking to somebody about their illness or their disorder. Right? But now, we are here today to tell you that if you have a mental disorder or you feel stressed or you feel like you need support or you need somebody to talk to, you have your parents, you have your teachers, you have your elder ones to talk to. Small things can affect our mental health. What else? She says worries. A lot of worries, a lot of childhood experiences too can cause individuals to have mental illness. And also the fact that all of us were still growing. We're still growing, that things that we have not experienced yet. And when those things come and we were not prepared for them, we can experience a mental health disorder. If somebody in our family dies and we love them so much, that can cause us a mental disorder. We'll talk about resilience. There's something called resilience, right? Some people are born with it, some people learn it, some people are working to acquire it. Resilience is now the ability for you to handle stress. All of you have listed several ways in which you can be stressed. But now, resilience will be your ability to manage that stress when it comes. How do you manage stress? What do you do when something is disturbing you? He says he makes an elderly person and talk to. What do you understand by the word mental health?
Mental health is how you think, how you feel, and how you behave in the society.
is mental health? Mental health is how someone thinks and the physical appearance of someone describes. Let's get the question. How can you help someone who has a mental disorder? Let's take from now.
I'll try to understand the person, make the person feel comfortable around me.
Make the person feel comfortable around her. She will try to understand the person. Get the keyword, understand the person, right? Make sure that you don't judge people. If you see somebody crying, you don't judge them. You try to understand what is causing them to cry. If you see somebody sad, you try to understand them. Do not judge them. How else can you help someone with mental disorder?
By befriending them and being kind to them.
Be kind to them. So we now have two people with very good answers. She says be kind to them. She says understand them. We have two people with good answers. She says she can help someone with mental disorder by trying to understand them. And she says she will be kind to the person. Now we're going to ask a question to get a winner between two of you. How will you know that someone around you has a mental disorder before you want to help them? How will you know?
How the person behaves in the society, how he talks to himself, and how it's like how the person behaves in the society, how he talks to himself, and how he walks in the society, make people think that he's mad.
All right, thank you. How will you know that someone around you has a mental disorder?
Madam, he might be oddly dressed and sometimes talk to himself without knowing, and sometimes all of them walk around shabbily.
All right. You must listen to both of them. Who is the winner?